All right. How we doing, guys? Hope we're doing good. Hope we're doing good. Now that we just got started, we got a little bit of a late start. Had some technical difficulties. The internet's still being a little bit of a struggle, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. I hope everybody's doing good tonight. I hope everything. Let's see how we doing on each thing. If you're watching on a certain platform, please go ahead and shoot me a comment so that I know that I am live and on what networks. If you watch on YouTube, Facebook, please let me know. I'm going. I can't really see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep the glasses on. I'm getting old, you know what I mean. But one of the things I want to talk to you guys about tonight is that a lot of times in our life, it's really easy to get kind of caught up in the fact that we get lost in the reason of why we don't have the life that I understand. Extreme. I understand. Talk to me, man. We'll talk. You can help me out with the show. We'll talk after the show. But what are the reasons that you tell yourself that you don't deserve the life, or the reasons that you talk yourself out of reaching for the goals that you truly believe in? What are the reasons? What's holding you back from reaching and attaining that goal and becoming that person that you want to be, that you should be? What's holding you back? What's the limitation, the frustration that you have, or the roadblock that you have that you're staring at when you're trying to stare down the path and stare at your journey? I want you to think about that roadblock, because that limitation is created by you. That limitation only exists in your life because you allow it to be a limitation. Let me give you an example. My whole life, I sat around and I made play that I wasn't worthy of my dreams. And a lot of people, they tell themselves that story, but the reason that that's so serious when it comes to what I'm trying to get across is that it's hard to convey. My dream is to help people. My dream is to make a difference. A lot of people's dream is to make a business and to take care of themselves and take care of their family. That's not that hard of a dream to attain to. My dream is to put food on the table for poor families. My dream is to make sure that, if at all possible, no child ever goes through what I went through. My dream is to take a community and for us to work together to make a difference in the world, in the ocean, and in the people. Your dream is to make a business or make money. That's great. It takes time. Be patient. But every minute that I don't live my dream, every minute that I don't chase this dream, every minute that I don't believe in myself, that's someone that I'm not helping. That's a child that doesn't have food on their table, or think that anybody cares the fact that they don't have food on their table tonight. I'm insulted by the fact that I don't take this more seriously every moment of my day. And that's one of the things that I'm coming to learn, is that for me to do this, I'm going to have to do more and more looking and searching on the inside. For me to do this, I'm going to have to look in that mirror every day and understand that I'm going to see my weaknesses. But from truly looking at those weaknesses, I'm going to build, and those weaknesses will become strengths. My body is weak right now, but doing those videos during the day or in the mornings of me doing those walks, I invite you guys to do those with me. I know to you, it might seem silly to go on a walk with me to do it live. Get it. But what you don't understand is is that that support in that moment makes a difference. I can't stress that enough. How simple it was this morning that I took that second lap, and it may not seem important to you guys, and I get that, but that second lap will become a third lap. That third lap will become a mile. That mile will become a 5K. And maybe I'll finally reach that goal of running a 5K in my life. Maybe I'll reach that goal of becoming the person that I want to be. Once again, it's not because I hate myself. It's because I believe that I deserve to be more than what I've settled for. And my body is a perfect representation of my choices. When I look at my body, it shows me every lack of discipline that I have. Every time that I should have made the right choice and got sleep or not eat at a fast food place, it shows. That lack of discipline shows in my physique. It should. Hell, right now it shows in my haircut, but that's because we're in quarantine. But that extra lap will continue to build momentum in my life. That extra lap will give me the memory of being able to. It wasn't even like pushing past it. It was just the distraction of having the support, having the conversation. I wasn't in my head the whole time being like, oh, my body hurts, or oh, I don't want to do this, or I wasn't. I was just talking and pleasantly distracted by you guys being there to support me. And I know a lot of people will probably watch this and once again be like, we don't want to watch this dude take a walk. It's not about entertainment. It's about showing that I can do it and you can do it. That we can literally take a walk together. That if you're in the same shape as me, I'm not in the best shape. You can take a walk with me, and I'll start with one lap. Well, now I guess it starts with two. And we just get off your ass. Make a difference. Choose to be a better person. I don't want to give out details because I didn't ask, but one of you did that today. One of you, and I am so proud of you, and you know who I'm talking to. One of you did that today. One of you truly understands how important that second lap is. I want to give a shout out to Bianca. Bianca, I see your comments. I'll get to them in a second. But Bianca, I want you to know that I support you in being a personal trainer because I think you do it for the right reasons. I think you do it to make a difference. I think you do it because you know that sometimes people don't need someone to bark in their face like I do sometimes, but sometimes people just need that running partner. And that's all I needed today. That's all I needed. That distraction. So in the mornings, we're going to be doing a live walk. Hopefully, eventually, it'll become a live workout. Hopefully, eventually, you guys will do it with me. Once again, this isn't about me. This is about witnessing my growth so that it inspires growth in you. And that's what I want for you. That's what I really want for you. I want growth for you. There's two things if you want a happy life that you need to remember. Two things. And remember these two things when you look at your life, it'll make it very obvious to you that you might not have the right things as a priority to you. And that's giving, the ability to accept love and give love. Two very hard things, but part of the same thing, giving. You need to give in your life. You need to give back. You need to, if you get ahead, you need to turn around and pull someone else up with you. Giving. And the second one is just as important. You need growth. You need to see who you were and who you are and be able to identify growth. You need to know that you're not stuck in the person that you are or the situation that you think you're stuck in. That is just hey Kim, that is just a result of the person you were. Who you are right now is a result of the person you were. You are a result of the actions and choices that you used to make before now. Before now. Because now, for the first time, possibly in your entire life, you have the option to make a difference. You have the option to see your life as a story. And up to this point, every other person in your life has written your story. Every other person in your life, if you're anything like me, and I'm sure that some of you are, and like I said, one person needs to hear this. But every other person in your life, you love them and respect them so much, but love and respect yourself so little that you gave them the pen and let them be the authors of your story. You let them determine who you were. I did. I let so many people that I loved and their opinions of me become my reality. And that's not their fault. They're allowed to have their opinions. They're allowed to have their advice. Whether or not you listen to that advice is what truly matters. That's why it's your choice. It doesn't matter what they do. The effect it has on you is your choice. Make a difference. Please. You don't have time to waste. You know, I know that we're in the middle of a pandemic and a lot of people look at this as a bad thing. There's two kinds of people right now. There are people that are wounded and that will not grow from this. And there are people that grow from the struggle. Hey, Kaylee, love you. But there are people that grow from the struggle. There are people that grow from the strength that they get from going through the shit. Those people right now are watching the show. You're those people. You understand that at a time like this, you need to turn around and look yourself in the mirror and become stronger for the things that are ahead. We're never going back to normal. It's never going to go back to being the way that it was. It can't. We're forever changed by this. Forever changed by it. And it's not a bad thing. We needed this reality check. A lot of us needed to sit at home like I did and honestly look at their life. If COVID never happened, I would not be here. If Corona did not do what it did, I would not be here. I would have never had the time to sit down. I mean, let me walk you through it. You want to know how it happened? It's real simple. COVID happened. I lost my job. The stupidest reason ever. But I lost my job. They told me to go home. They never called me back. But that's okay. Because they didn't care. And that was my fault for thinking that they cared. But I had, with me not being employed for the first time in forever, I had free time. I had free time on my hands. So what was I going to do with it? I kind of like standing. I'm actually do this more often. What was I going to do with it? I was going to start to work on myself. I was going to start to look myself in that mirror and hold myself accountable to the lack of determination and the lack of self-discipline that I had in my life and that I wanted to change. So I was like, what can I do to start that today? So I was like, you know what? Every year, I always say the same thing. I wish I would have read more books. I wish I would have read more books. So I was like, if I have free time, I want to read a book. I want to take myself back to school and I want to get better and grow and know that I'm better. I can be better than the person I am right now. You want to know why that is? It's because from the past that I had, from the childhood that I had, from the broken home that I lived in, there were still good parts. And from that origin story, from that beginning, from those roots, I gained this strength. I became this person that even though my parents were not married and I had no model of a happy marriage, no model of a happy marriage, nothing to turn to, but through sheer will and determination that I would not end up with the wrong person, I waited for the right person. And it was so difficult. It was so difficult to put everything that I wanted on hold to make sure that I made the right choice. And I did. You see her. She's amazing. And if you think that we have a perfect relationship, you are partly misled. We do not. But you want to know why we have such a strong relationship? It's because every time that we make a mistake, we work on it together. I can't be who I want to be without her support, without your support. So if I can come from that and grow to this, imagine what I can do now that I have this, that I have her, that I have you, that I have this platform. If I can take nothing and make it something, if I can own my own house, if I can be financially stable, if I can start my own business, if I can start a show and show you that I want to chase my dream and that we're worth it, it'll make a difference. Even if one person, it makes a difference, it's worth it. And that's what I realized. I realized that God put this on my heart for a reason and that I need to stop paying attention to everything else in my life instead of paying attention to him. I'm going to try and stop cursing. Yes, it's authentic to me, but it also limits the reach that I can have because certain people that I want to work out and partner with, I don't ever want there to be a relationship that I can't grow with because of my lack of discipline controlling my language. However, am I saying that I'm never going to get excited and I'm never going to let one slip? Not at all. That's not authentic to who I am. If I'm constantly sitting here and trying to control my emotions not to say something, I'm going to start scripting this and that won't work. This won't be the same. So I do curse a little bit, but I want you to know that I'm working on it. That I know that I don't need to curse that much, that I need to be a better person, even if it's just because I want to reach out to kids. It's just because I want to make a difference with kids. And what if their parents don't like my approach and they don't approve of their children growing and being a better person because I use foul language? I'm not willing to lose that child's growth or lose that child's potential because I'm not willing to accept that I need to grow too. But with all that being said, I got a little off topic there. With all that being said, coming back to reading the book, I wanted to read the book and I read Crush It by Gary Vee. This book was so good, I read it cover to cover in one day. One day. It spoke to me so much, cover to cover in one day. I haven't done that since school. And I loved it so much, I bought the sequel to the book and I read that in 2 days. Because it was that good. It changed my life. It was priming me for the moment that was coming. The moment that I would sit down at 2 a.m. and watch a YouTube video where Tony Robbins, one of my idols, would say the words, write this down and do this blueprint. And I did. And I grew. Why? Because I was paying attention to what I needed, not what everybody else needed from me. Reading the book Crush It by Gary Vee taught me a lot about what I wasn't paying attention to, but Crushing It by Gary Vee gave the personal stories of people and how they applied it to their lives and the difference that it made. That's where I realized my lack of self-discipline, my lack of working out, my lack of doing what I want to do. This is what I want to do. Trust me, like I said, when I find the people to do the shows for me and they make the message and they're reaching out the way that they're reaching out, I'm cool with not being the person on camera. But until I build that network, until I build that team, I'm not going to let one of you go through a day without knowing that I love and support you and that you can find it here twice a day. Because that's what it takes. You know, it's like working out. You don't go to the gym, work out once, and you're like, bam, ready to go. No, you need a routine. You need a community to support you. Just like working out this morning, just like walking this morning. It wasn't easy, but with your support, I got through it. Tomorrow will be easier. You got to remember that in your struggle today. So I know the live show is normally a little bit shorter at night. I'm trying not to get too much into a rant. And yes, I will message you, I promise. Real quick, before I get into the last part of this, I do want to go through some comments. All right, let's see here. Miss Kim, being real, I think it's very hard to get what they say out of the head. It is all about battling every negative thing that pops up. Absolutely, Kim. Absolutely. Because that's the struggle. You know, that's what I mean. It has to be a routine. You have to train your brain to believe in yourself, to honestly believe in yourself enough to not believe those battles and those negative thoughts that pop up. You have to build armor, build a shield. So when those things come for you, they have no validity. Let someone tell you they don't believe you. Let someone tell you that they hate you or whatever it is. It's not going to faze you once you get to that level. Once you have that armor, it can't faze you. And don't get me wrong, I have a lot of armor, but I still have chinks in my armor. There are still people that can say anything to me, and I take it as the word of God because I love them. And that's the hardest part about being some days is being able to take love and admiration and advice, but know that even when it comes from them or even when it comes from me, that's only one opinion on the situation. And most of the time, if I change my physiology, if I change physically how I am in that moment, it affects how I look at that situation. You know, if you get the wrong message in the wrong moment, that shit'll break you. But if you get the right message in the right moment, that shit'll set you on fire. Think of the power of the moment and think of the power of the message. When you have those negative moments, you know, think of your posture. You know, sad, shoulders slumped, talking low, head down. Now think of how you feel in those moments when you're happy. Your shoulders are back. You know, there's good blood flow. Your chest is up, shoulders back, chin up, happy, living it, vibrating, showing love, showing life. Those two bodies, those two postures will affect how your entire life affects you. Every message that comes in affects you because of the state of mind that you're in that moment. So when those negative thoughts come in, Kim, this is what I want you to remember. You are so much stronger than the person that made those thoughts, even if it's you, because that you is the old you. That you is the person that got you to where you are and talks you out of believing in yourself every day. That person, with all due respect, Kim, even if it is you, is wrong. Because that person, you know, people don't understand the science of our physiology. Our brain was made through caveman times. It is designed to keep you from taking risk. Designed to keep you from taking risk. Because when your brain was made, taking a risk equaled death. But through evolution, our brains haven't still evolved. They still use core control that, I mean, it's just deep. It's like, it's such a deep integrated part of our evolution. that when we see risk, we're trained to talk ourselves out of it because it might hurt. It's okay if it hurts. Those negative thoughts are there for a reason. They're there to send up red flags that you need to pay attention to that part of your life. That it doesn't have to be in any way, shape, or form a weakness. That is a symbol that is an area of your life that needs attention. If it holds that validity, if it holds that strength over you, don't give that to those negative thoughts. Know that those thoughts come from you and they're just a part of you. And the part of you that is inside, that truly has that strength, can never touch, your fire inside will burn those thoughts away. They are fleeting. They are here to pass. Your fire is eternal. Believe in it. All right, let's see. And I just want you to know, as always, I love you too. All right. Didn't want to look like a midget tonight. That's too funny. Hold on, I got to share that. Yeah, no, I'm trying to stand up a little bit, stretching out. I kind of like this. I kind of like being able to move around. I'm in the desk. I feel like I'm at school. Like I'm a professor and I'm the teacher, and I'm like, okay, class. I feel like it's personal, but I feel like being able to see me move is a lot more me. So I hope you guys kind of like it. I kind of like moving around. All right, Uncle Jimmy. Hello, my lovely. Let me go ahead and get you up there. I love you, Juliet. I love you very much. Don't think for a second that I don't. If you hear Uncle Jimmy cussing, don't repeat what I say. Just repeat what I do. Does that make sense? I love you. Message you book name. And much love to Sabrina. I will tell her that you gave her the love. I know that she appreciates it. But I just wanted to kind of go through that part with you. The last part that I want to go over tonight before that I get off here is I want to talk to you guys about the opportunity that we all have. If you're watching this, you have the opportunity to take the class that I shared in the Facebook. Here, let me put that out so that you guys, if you're not on it, you can go to it so you can see it. The Facebook group, Witness My Growth. I just shared a class in there. It expires tomorrow. I cannot stress this enough to you. If you were to try and take this class and get this information before Corona or COVID, it would cost you $5,000 to get this information, to have this time from Tony Robbins, and to get an honest way to possibly change your life for the positive. I mean, I can't stress this enough. One video of one part of this program is what changed my life. One part of this program. I didn't get to do the whole program. I just did one part of it. Take the program with me. I sent the link. It's free. It's free. They're doing it to donate food. You'll be given to a charity by giving your time, and you could possibly change your life. And it's an hour a day. But this community that you're going to be a part of with me is going to be a community of people that are going to change the world. These are people just like us. They want to make a change just like us. And you're being taught by the person that is my I mean, let's be honest. If there's one person in the world that I truly look to and I'm like, man, he lives the life that I want to live, not by his financial standards. Yes, he's financially very well. I want to make the difference. I want to be the person that makes that difference, that truly, truly makes that difference, that reaches those people, that has the boldness to reach down into the darkest part. Let somebody tell you a story. Let this be the story, because this is the story where I build you up. This is the story where I take you from where we met, from where you were the moment that we met. And I'm not going to ask anything from you. The only thing I'm ever going to ask from you is to be a part of our change, of our growth. Because I'm going to build you up and I'm going to give you every tool that I find as I grow so that we can grow, so that we can make a difference. I want nothing from you but for you to be your best. That's all I want. I want you to go out there and fucking crush it. I want you to go out there with fire in your heart and know that you're put here for a purpose. And the only reason that you're not feeling that purpose right now is that you're filling your head with a bunch of reasons that you won't reach the results. Don't wait. Don't let your reasons be the reason that you don't get your result. Stop letting your reasons stop your results. Take the time and really dig in. Really look in the mirror. Stop telling yourself the bullshit story that everybody else in your life tells you. Stop. If your mom tells you that you need to be a nurse and you went to school for it and you did it all the time, but you know in your heart that you don't want to be a nurse. I'm sorry. That's a struggle. I've been there. I went to college for something and I got into it, and 6 months after I got out of college and got the job, it was fucking horrible. Horrible. Hold on, let me check these comments real fast. It was absolutely horrible. Look, Kaylee signed up. That's right. Kaylee signed up for that program. Me and Kaylee are going to grow together. Oh, it's Maz. Oh, that's too funny. No, it's okay, Maz. I can't see you, buddy. Sorry. But I want you guys to know that me and Kaylee are going to go through this class. Me and Kaylee, you're going to get a workbook, and side by side, me and Kaylee are going to grow. We're going to take this class and we're going to learn, and we're going to talk about it in here. And when I grow, we grow. So I'm going to share this with you, but you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait for me to share it with you. You can be there with us, side by side, making a difference in your life, making a change. I don't think there's an age limit, Maz, just so you know. I didn't think you guys have no idea how cool I think that is that Maz is watching. Maz, I love you, buddy. I really do. But I want you guys to know that this isn't easy. It's not easy to look at yourself. It's not easy to look at yourself and think to yourself that, you're responsible for the things that you have in your life. You're responsible for the successes, and you're responsible for the stresses, because you allow them to be there. You give them your attention. You give them your time. Stop giving those your time. Let them go. If you can't let them go, understand that they don't need the level of energy that you give to them. They're not worth it. Put that level of energy into something that is worth it. Something that lights you on fire. Something that you wake up in the morning and you can't wait to fucking do. People ask me all the time. The number one message that I get all the time is, how do I know what my passion is? You want to know how to know what your passion is? It's a thing that sets you on fire. Think about it. When you're talking to your friends, is there a certain topic that you get on that you get so hyped that they're like, bro, calm down. Bro, easy. I'm passionate about a lot of stuff, but I'm very passionate about helping people. So if you get me on ocean cleanup, if you get me on sustainable energy, if you get me on electric cars, if you get me on helping the homeless, saving children, saving animals, I will not stop. You will literally have to be like, hey, shut up. Because that's my passion. So when I get out of bed in the morning, bet your ass it is much easier for me to get out of bed ready to save a kid, to save a life, to save an animal, than it is for me to go collect a check. That's passion. Don't spend your time watching other people live their dream. You're going to see me on this channel push it to the limit. I'm going to knock things off my bucket list that we all want to see. Why? Because I want to show you that you can do it. You're going to have zero question of how did he do that? If you're here watching now, you're going to know every step, because I'm going to share with you every step. When I learn something, I'll teach it to you. I'll share it with you. I hope that you'll do the same. Share it with me. Help me grow. We grow together. So if you get a chance, join the group, take the class with me. If you really want to change, and you might be thinking, I don't know if I have the time, or whatever your reasons are that you're telling yourself right now, understand that whatever you've been doing hasn't got you the results that you want. And the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and thinking that you're going to get different results. It's not going to change. I'm sorry, it's not. If you don't get off your ass and start changing your routine, your results won't change. You'll just have one more reason. You'll have one more tick of, oh, I couldn't do it. I let myself down. It wasn't worth it. Or you're like, on this side, I kicked its ass. I did fantastic. And through my community, we grow every day, not just today. We did that. That's growth. And if you remember, in closing, 2 keys to happiness: giving and growth. So imagine if together we grew so much that we could give that back to the world. I love you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for all that you do for me. I'll see you in the morning for the show at 9. And not the run beforehand. I have no idea when I'm going to do the run. I wish I could tell you I do it at the same time. Hopefully I'll get in that routine. But I will do it. Keep an eye out. I'll try for around 8 o'clock if you want to run with me. If you can, I'd appreciate it. If it's just a walk, whatever it is, and then, if you guys need the same, if you need to watch this video while you walk. But if you need me to be there, you can let me know. We'll reach out. We'll do it together. All right? I believe in you. But unless you do the fucking work, nothing will change. Unless you change your actions, your results will not change. Change your actions. Maybe it's not to do what we're doing, but whatever it is, you know what it is. Be fucking amazing. You're worth it. All right. I plan on walking in the morning too. Oh my goodness. Look at you. Looky. Boom. See that? It's community. It's growth. Kaylee, I believe in you. I believe in you, Maz. I believe in all of you. Bianca, I believe in you. Maybe that's what I should do at the end of this. Just call out everybody that's a part of it so far. You guys want a wall? I want to put on a wall back there. Have your names up on the wall so you can see it. The beginning of 1,000 True. The beginning of our future together. The first steps in the staircase. I want you to know that we walk this together. And I believe in you. And I love you. All right. I'm going to call it. I hope that was a good one. I'll see you in the morning. Get ready for that live walk. Get ready to start making a difference. This week is the beginning of cardio. Next week, I might even try and diet a little bit. Who knows? But we'll figure it out together. No more reasons. You got it, Kaylee. Just results. So, as you guys know, stay tuned. Pay attention. And witness our growth. I love you. Where are we at? There we go. I love you. Have a great night, guys. I'll see you in the morning.